All right, quick project update. We're going to tackle the carbon door part of the project. So I've got these doors. Hustler made these, and they're pretty good quality, great value, and I've requested the outer door skin to not be adhered to the inner. So it gives me some room to work before I kind of set everything up. So let's see here, where to start. So essentially what I need to do is I need to take all of the holes that are on these doors. So everything for, say, your interior door card to attach to, your window tracks, door latch, all this mechanism here. All of those need to be copied over to the other set of carbon doors. A couple other engineering tasks that I'll need to do is the catches for the windows to stop them from coming up and out of the tracks. So I got one there and another one here. So I'll need to copy those over to the new doors as well. And this mechanism to prevent the door from pulling too far out also needs to be copied over. Not that it's super apparent from this perspective, but within that area, it's going to be essentially a blanked off plate, so I'll have to engineer a solution for that. So I've got a bit of work ahead of me to get these things fit and finished to my standard. The other aspect from a safety perspective is, these things are pretty light. I mean, even though this is just a couple layers, it flexes and it moves. Of course, if the outer skin were attached, this thing would be a bit more rigid, but still, the plan is twofold. I'll probably add an extra reinforcement layer of composite to the upper part of the door, just to kind of help with rigidity on the inner door seals, holding up and supporting the door card. But the other major reinforcement I'm going to have to do is I'm going to make a plate that latches the pair of hinges together and the extension rod. I'm not sure what that's really called. So it'll be a flat bracket here, and I'll essentially build structure here to build these units as one inner assembly, and then these parts will run kind of like in a large Y. Let's see if I can get that in frame. Yeah, so it'll go from here to here, and then down to the other hinge. And that'll be a metal structure, and that'll help kind of hold the door together for one thing. And I think most of this is going to be just from people using the car. A carbon door is pretty light, so you want to close the door and you think you got the mass of a normal car door, and the reality is you don't. So people put a little extra oomph into the closing, and this will help kind of keep the door's structure, tight, secure. It takes a little bit of the load off the carbon for the door catch, which I think will be good. The other perspective here is having a large kind of a Y structure run across here. It'll kind of help keep something malleable in the event of a side impact. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot for safety, but it's certainly going to be better than nothing, especially if it's tying into the rear latch pretty well. So that is the overall plan with regards to the composite doors. There's a lot to do, a lot of cutting of carbon, marking, a couple engineering solutions, and some metal fab work. I think this fabric will be mostly straightforward and easy. So all of these brackets here and here are going to be laser cut parts. Same thing for the back. So I should be able to, try something out here. I'll probably do a 3D scan of this inner door card just to see if I can make my work a little bit easier to engineer all these pieces. I certainly don't have the CAD skills, but that's how you build them. You find a solution, or you find a problem and you want to engineer a solution, you learn. So that's what I'll try doing, and we'll see how that one goes. I gotta get my 3D scanner out and get working on this thing.